All right, guys, we're at the cemetery. We're at the Holy Cross Cemetery, and we're going to get back started at it. This is a fountain right here. Beautiful fountain with a sculpture, and it is set up for in the memory of the innocent lives lost in Newtown, Connecticut, December the 14th, 2012. And I looked that up, and it was a school shooting, and I think it said 29 kids lost their life that day, and then 2 more was injured. But if you want to look it up, there it is. Anyways, we have John Patrick, I'm not going to try the last name, 1878 to 1953. We have Ethel, 1892 to 1951. We have Elizabeth Emsley, 1860 to 1932. And we have William, 1863 to 1921. Then we have Elizabeth, the daughter of W.D. and E.F. Emsley, 1899 to 1901. On that stone right there. All right, let's see how I'm going to do this. I guess we get this one. We have James Thompson. He died December the 31st, 1910, at the age of 84 years. Catherine Saxton died December the 6th, 1901, at the age of 70 years. On that stone right there, guys. All right. Then right here, we have the Kellys, and I think they're going to be back here. It's going to be this one and this one. I can't see them to read them, so I'm just going to hold them on there and let you see them. And this one, and this one, and this one. And then we have these up here, so I don't know if it's got anything to do with them or not, but they're in the same area, so we'll add them on there. I've not seen anything, stone things like this, but there they are. All right, here's our next stone right here. Beautiful big stone. It's going to be Thomas Road. He died January the 1st, 1896, at the age of 80 years. May his soul rest in peace. Catherine Road died April the 13th, 1898, at the age of 79 years. May she rest in peace. Then on this side, we have Michael Road. Departed this life April the 6th, 1890, at the age of 83 years. And Anne departed this life August the 7th, 1892. May she rest in peace. Then over here we have Mrs. Elizabeth, and I can't tell if that's a H or N, departed this life May the 27th, 1877, at the age of 54 years. May she rest in peace. Mary died November the 30th, 1895, at the age of 89 years. May she rest in peace. Then we had W.M. Nanch, died June 23rd, 1904, at the age of 40 years. Then over here we have, I can't see the name, the sun's blinding me. The mortal remains of John Road, who departed this life May the 8th, 1881, at the age of 77 years and 27 days. And this is erected by his brother in testimony of his infection and sorrow. May he rest in peace. Then Thomas Rhodes died January the 1st, 1896, at the age of 80 years. May his soul rest in peace. Catherine Rhodes departed the 13th, 1898, at 79 years, and may she rest in peace. And there they are. All right. Next we have Bonnet. We have Fred Bonnet, 1872 to 1918. And Durat, his wife, 1862. May they rest in peace. Then we have Christopher Draves, 1856 to 1964. We have Catherine, 1896 to 1986, and John, 1887 to 1978. Then we have Edna Francis, October the 18th, 1918 to February the 8th, 1989. Then we have Draves, John Draves, 1916 to 1993, and Cecilia, 1921 to 2018. May he rest in peace. Thank you for your service, sir. This is the beloved son of Daniel and E. Draves, May the 19th, 1959 to, I want to say April the 22nd, 2000. All right. Next we've got a new one, freshly buried grave right here, so we're not going to bother it. But we do have Joseph Ernest Cummings, September the 10th, 1964, and Bethany May Cummings, December the 30th, 1987, in God's care. All right. Then we have Mariah Ann Darby, August the 7th, 1852 to February 24th, 1916, on that one. Then we have John Whitworth, January the 8th, 1829 to January the 5th, 1895. And Della Ann Earl, his wife, February the 2nd, 1931. All right. Next we have Albert Whitney. He was the member of the COA 101st OVI, 1831 to 1911. And Sarah Wright, wife of A. Whitney, 1828 to 1898. Thank you for your service, sir. Then we have Gershom Whitney, 1857 to 1931. We have Burnett M. Whitney, 1854 to 1930. Then we have James, and it's just a stone. All right, next we have James Callie, 1821 to 1897, and Ann Callie, his wife, 1834 to 1905. And it says Ann E over here, Annie. Then this one here, we're not probably going to be able to make it out. We're not going to. It's a neat looking old stone. Somebody made the cross and put up top. There it is. All right, next we have Mary, the wife of James Ladd. She died December the 16th, 1880. Something, I can't tell what the bottom says. In her 81th year, I believe, is what it says. All right. Then I think we got this one right here today. Yeah, we didn't do this one. Then we have Patrick Carr, 1832 to 1891, and Catherine Healy, his wife, 1836 to 1899, and John H. Carr, 1862 to 1918. And he is a veteran as well. Thank you for your service, sir. All right. And it's Frank Carr right here. All right. That takes care of that row. Now we go this way. And we'll get this side. Here we have Mrs. Margaret Saxton, 1818 to 1888. We have Margaretta Sexton, 5 years old. Oh, okay, this is the mama, and this would be the daughter, and she made it to 5 years old. That's sad. All right. Next we have Marvin Beard, 1874 to 1916. We have John Beard, 1866 to 1878. Then we have a veteran. It's going to be Edward Hackett, Private COF, 103, Ohio Infantry, 1828 to September 24th, 1897. So he's going to be Civil War. Thank you for your service, sir. Then it's going to be Mrs. Edward Hackett, 1827 to 1901. All right. Then we have Coleman. We have Catherine, his wife. That's the wife of Edward, 1827 to 1908. And Edward, 1816 to 1901. Then we have Timothy Coleman, 1870 to 1949. That's a good looking stone right there. I like that one. All right. Let's see who we got next. Can't hardly see these down here, guys. I'm just going to hold it on and let you see those. Them are hard to see. All right, here we go. We're up to this one. This one's leaning bad. It's going to be Mary, the wife of William. And she died in I want to say, it looks like 84 right there. So it's going to be Mary stone right there. Then we have a couple more of these. All right. Then we have Mary Kelly. It looks like 1863 to 1932 on that stone. And we got this beautiful stone right here. And I'm hoping we can read it. It's going to be John Kelly. And it looks like he died August the 4th, 1887. On that stone right there, guys. Beautiful stone. And that one's sitting pretty good. Here we have Florence Coleman McDonald, July the 29th, 1894 to August 29th, 1984. Then we have O'Mella, John O'Mella, November the 15th, 1893. Nora, June the 25th, 1894. Then we have Alma Coleman White, December the 16th, 1899 to June the 19th, 1978. On that stone right there. All right. Ooh, let's see. I guess we'll do this way. We'll get this one. This is going to be Flex Sink, 1884 to 1970. It's going to be Joseph Roeder, infant, 1942. Then we got Dennis Douglas, 1894 to 1943. Then we got Lottie Webb, 1879 to 1960. We have Clara Webb, 1874 to 1919 is what I'm going to say on that one. Then we have Melissa Douglas, 1860 to 1930. All right. Then we have Rathbun Nora, 1891 to 1988. And I think it's Alfred, 1897 to 1967. Then we have David Coleman, August the 1st, 1892 to April the 11th, 1953. Thank you for your service, sir. Here we got Helen Coleman, April the 14th, 1897 to August the 8th, 1935. And I think she's a veteran as well. Thank you for your service, ma'am. Then we have Coleman here. It's going to be Michael, 1861 to 1929. And Della, 1862 to 1935. All right. Then we have just says brother, 1865 to 1929. Then it says Sergeant Tim Ismail. He was in the World War, and from 1893 to 1922. Thank you for your service, sir. Then we have Corporal Jim E. Ismail, 1895 to 1928. He was in his service as well. Thank you for your service, sir. This is Whitworth William, 1854 to 1934, and Ellen Cumming, his wife, 1869 to 1945. And I don't think he was in the service. Oh, we got one right here we about missed. We got Rosemary Van Beard, I believe. It looks like she died in 1923 on that one. Then we got John. He died February the 19th, 1890, at the age of 11 years, 2 months, and I want to say 11 days. And it says rest in peace at the bottom on that stone right there. All right. Then we have Mac Elroy, born 1837, died in 1925. Ellen, his wife, born in 1843 and died in 1916. All right. Then we have George Owen Melroyd, died in 1894. Born in 1894 and died in 1943. He was in the service as well. Thank you for your service, sir. Then we have Owen C. Melroyd. He died in 1869. Born in 1869. Died in 1948. Getting tongue-tied here, guys. Give me just a minute. And then we got McConnell Robert, 1920 to 1994. And Mergrace, 1920 to 2008. Then we have Michael Joseph, and I can't pronounce that last name, May the 3rd, 1962 to June 18th, 1988. Then the next one's going to be a veteran as well. That same last name, it's going to be Robert. September the 23rd, 1932 to July the 20th, 2018. And Sylvia, October the 14th, 1935 to August 24th, 2012. Thank you for your service, sir. Then we have Sally McConnell, I think's the name, Road, February the 4th, 1944 to January the 11th, 2015. And we done them too. So we should be to right here. And it's going to be Ernest Wilcom, 1885 to 1956. It's going to be Orville C. Grintrach, 1885 to 1951. Then it's going to be Chase. It's going to be Robert L. M.D., 1917 to 1955, and Mary. And it's going to be Mother Florence Dean, 1888 to 1956, on that stone right there. Next we have Greenenbach. It's going to be Ralph. I can't tell when he's born, but he died in 2008. Teresa, 1914 to 1992. And Russell, 1942, it looks like, to 1973 on that stone right there, guys. Then it's going to be Ann Greenbatch, or however you pronounce it, 1887 to 1973. It's going to be Maryland Powers Stryver, 1937 to 1991. That's Merlin. I think it's Merlin. Anyways, this is Virgil Powers, 1938 to 1974. Next, we have Lawrence Topham. He was in the U.S. Navy, 1943 to 1977. He was in World War II. Thank you for your service, sir. Next, we have Lang. It's going to be Frank, May the 14th, 1927 to September the 30th, 2005. And Margareta, August the 6th, 1927 to January 17th, 2010. Oh, look, they're a neat little dog. And they were married July the 11th, 1941 or 47. Can't really make it out. Next we have William Andrew Woodford. He was in the U.S. Navy in World War II. And he is from 20 to 1978 on that stone right there. Thank you for your service, sir. Next we have Rita Mae Woodford, Caroline, May the 15th, 1925 to November the 19th, 2004. Then we have Albert Miller, 1902 to 1981. We have John C. Mumford, 1889 to 1919, and he was a veteran as well. Thank you for your service, sir. Next, we've got a wreath in a way. They were married November the 7th, 1942, and the last name is going to be, I'm not sure. First name is Augusta, 1916 to 1983, and then Herbert, 1918 to 1987. And I can't make the last name out. I tried to move the wreath, and I don't want to pull it off. So here we have Wargo Thomas, June 3rd, 1932 to July 21st, 2003. Then we have Janet M., May the 30th, 1937 to May the 29th, 1922. So she just died last year. All right. Next we have Warren R. Wilson. He was a sergeant in the U.S. Marine Corps, World War II, Korea, May the 17th, 1928 to February 18th, 1989. He got the Purple Heart Award, guys. Thank you for your service, sir. Here we have Warren Wilson, 1928 to 1989. Sophia, 1922. Then we have Caleb Joseph Wargo, one day in 1986. So they lost a child in 1986. I hate reading child graves. Then we had Charles Davison, 1897 to 1945. We have Carpenter Mildred, August 23rd, 1922 to September the 2nd, 1991. Robert, March 27th, 1919 to November the 11th, 1986. And he is a World War II veteran as well. So thank you for your service as well, sir. Next, we have Timothy Andrew Stavar, March the 7th, 1986 to March the 11th, 1986. Right there. Next, we have Stephen A. Savar, February 12th, 1955 to November the 21st, 2021. All right. And this one ain't even got a stone yet. Michael Graves. October the 16th, 1959 to December 24th, 2020. Then we got Graves here. We got Elmer. November the 7th, 1920 to February 22nd, 2008. And Betty. February the 14th, 1926 to December the 12th, 2003. Then we have Nicholas Grumbick. February 28th, 1931 to November the 7th, 2001. And boy, they dug that dog deep. And the rating too, so this grave will be around for a good while. You'll be able to read that one for a long time. I like them when they're dug deep. Then we have Mary Badu, I think something like that, 1890 to 1963. Then we have Leon Keith, July the 6th, 1941 to March the 7th, 2017. Rose, February 6th, 1943. They got married March 30th, 1963. And someone even left them a Bud Light. All right. Then we got Lang, we got Mary Jean, 1940 to 1995, and Henry D, 1936 to 2012. Then we got Malcolm M. Lane. He was a U.S. Army veteran, November the 25th, 1956 to October the 12th, 2006. Thank you for your service, sir. Next we have Baldoff, or something like that. Lavoni, April the 14th, 1947 to March the 9th, 2020. Mark H., March the 9th, 1954. Somebody's visited here because there's a little rose that they brought. And there's freshly flowers there. This is a freshly visit grave. Very awesome. I love it to see it when people comes and visit. When people are buried in cemeteries. Graffit Harold, March 23rd, 1928 to May the 5th, 2005. Joan, August the 2nd, 1932 to September the 3rd, 2021. Then we have, oh wow, I love this one. This is a beautiful stone. It's got a church house dug into it and a tree out across the lawn. Is that not a good looking stone? That is a beautiful stone right here. I'll show it back, stand back so you can see it all. Very beautiful looking stone right here. All right, let's move on. This is Timothy's, November the 3rd, 1951 to May the 9th, 2006. That is a beautiful stone. I don't know who makes that stone, but that is a very nice one right there. All right. Next, we got a freshly buried person. So we're not going to bother it. It's going to be, well, it says they died in 2007. What the heck? Unless they added somebody else, a third person. And I don't see it. It's Robert E., March the 9th, 1928 to June the 28th, 2007. Patricia, April the 22nd, 1928 to September the 27th, 2022. Ah, right there, the 2022 one's going to be it. Then you got Bobby Robert Jr., August the 15th, 1949 to March the 7th, 2014. And I'm not going to show you on that stone, so I just shined you away. All right, here we go. This is Sarah Renee Wargo, a beloved daughter and sister, and she died, or was born, December the 24th, 1989, and died February 22nd, 2009 on this stone right here. All right, guys. Then we have, oh, wow, this has been visited too. We had Kenneth, October the 1st, 1931 to December the 21st, 2021. Arlene, March 29th, 1935. And her last name is Myers. All right. Then we have Francis Savar. Looks like 1927 to August the 8th, 2013 on that one. Then somebody's stone has been removed and they're just waiting for the plot. or something. Then we have Richard, Robert, Jill, and Teresa back here. So let's see what we got around here. It's going to be Youngless. It's going to be Albert, September the 14th, 1931 to July the 10th, 2019. And Edna, November the 18th, 1931. That's a beautiful stone right there. Beautiful stone. But let's move on. Next we have Thaddeus Paul, and I can't pronounce that last name. Anyways, he was in the U.S. Air Force in Vietnam, April the 8th, 1943 to August 21st, 2006. Thank you for your service, sir. And his stone is going to fall because his base is already cracking. See that crack? It's going to split. It's going to cause the stone to fall down and bust. That's sad. Then we got Hovader Joseph, June the 30th, 1987, colon, May the 21st, 2013 to August 21st, 2013. Alexandria, August 14th, 1986, on that stone right there. Next is going to be a veteran as well. It's going to be McConnell Dennis, April the 11th, 1942 to August the 7th, 2014. And Betty Ann, February the 9th, 1941. Thank you for your service, sir. Then next we have, it says, he was loved. It's going to be John B. Sands, January 26, 1994 to October the 2nd, 2017. Right here, this little young man right here. That is so sad. He must have played football, because there's a bunch of footballs laying around. That is sad. That is a sad one. All right, let's go on. Next will be Miller. We have Archie Miller, June the 15th, 1944, and Mary Ann, October the 10th, 1946 to September the 13th, 2020. That's a good looking stone. And see how they've cut that real deep? 300 years from now, you'll be able to still read this stone right here. Okay. During Sheila, it's going to be Kevin, November the 17th, 1960 to January the 19th, 2019. Catherine, November the 3rd, 1959 to July the 10th, 2021. They were married August the 10th, 2002. Our next one's going to be a veteran. It's Mary Callie, May the 19th, 1921 to October the 3rd, 2019. She was a beloved mother and grandmother. Thank you for your service, ma'am. Next we have Linda Lahowen, or something like that. December the 21st, 1957 to November the 18th, 2014. A beloved daughter and sister. Then we have Stefan. We have Irvin, August 27th, 1920 to July the 10th, 2012. And Dora, or something like that, November the 26th, 1927 to September the 9th, 2017. They were married for 64 years. That's a long time. All right, then next we have one way over here by itself for some reason. And it's going to be Anthony. Oh wow, what a pretty stone. That is a beautiful one. Check it out, guys. Is that not a beautiful stone? That is awesome. Anyways, the last name is Anthony. And it's going to be John W. January the 2nd, 1940 to August the 10th, 2020. Then Anna, July the 3rd, 1939. They were married married August the 13th, 1960 on this stone right here, guys. And that is a beautiful stone. Look how pretty that is. All right. Then way over here, guys. Oh, we're past 30 minutes, guys. We're gonna have to end this one and start another one. There'll be one more video, so I'll stop this one and start another one. I'll be coming right back in. All right.